Y'all ready? This one I do not have written instructions for, but this one is so easy. So we've had these. This is the elliptical template set. We've had the elliptical template set in our, in our lineup for a while. They're little eggs, so they're perfect for applique. I've done several projects with these in an application. You might have seen them, the little wall hangings and things that I've done. But it comes in 4 sizes. So you've got your 2, your 3, your 4, and your 5. So what I am doing, and I'm going to show you these here because I was thinking about having them make a couple of the bigger ones. So what these are, you don't have to have anything on the bias. You're just cutting these out. Scrap. This is truly a really good scrappy project. So these little eggs right here, this is it. So you're just creating this egg. You got your you're cutting 3 pieces, but what you're doing is you're creating a little pocket in the way you lay them out and sew it up and flip it out, and it's a perfect little place to put, there they go, my jelly beans or chocolate kisses. It's just cute as a button, so easy to do. And you got the templates here to make these. So you can make a whole bunch of these, fill them up, hide them. I mean, they're just absolutely adorable. So I'm going to show you how easy these are. So here's just several of them that I've done. So what I did was I grabbed my template right here, and I needed to have it marked because we're going to be cutting on a fold. So I'm creating what these are fold lines. So I basically looked for my middle, and I think I used a 1-inch ruler, and I don't think I have it with me, but I think I used a 1-inch ruler or a 1 inch from the middle. So from the middle, a 1/2 inch on each side, and I drew this line. So here's my 2 different fold lines. So you're cutting out 3. So you're cutting out the full size one here, and then you're going to place your fabric, this is the fold line, so you can set this much of the template on the fold, and then the bottom half on the fold. And you're just cutting out the 3 pieces. So I've got me a little strip. I love stripes, so this is a really cute fabric for this. So I'm going to cut out my first one. I just need one cut out. So I'm just got my little piece here, and I'm just going to cut one out. Of course, amazing thing, got that get a grip on here. It's holding everything in place. I'm using the 45 for this one. So I got my first one cut out. So there's the piece. Now we got to cut out the other 2 pieces. So I'm taking my fabric and I'm folding it wrong sides together. So I need one that's cut this big, and I'm going to say 2/3 and then 2/3. So I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to line it up on this line here. I'm lining this line. So I got the top part of the egg, the pointy part of the egg, 2/3 of it on this fold. Right here's the fold. So I'm going to cut this out right here, keeping it on that fold line. So that's why I folded it wrong sides together. Go ahead and just cut that off. And we're going to just cut 2/3 of the egg that's folded. So that's this right here. So if I open it up, it's like this. So I'm keeping it folded. Set that one aside. Now we're going to do 2/3 from the bottom, the more rounded part. Same thing, folding my fabric, wrong sides together. Now I'm going to the 2/3 line, so now I can cut out the bottom. Bring this up a little bit, and I've got it where it's on that fold line. And one of the things, I drew that line in the center so I could try to keep it really straight. But it doesn't really matter. So I've just got it on there. It's on the fold line. Here's my fold line. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. So here's, if I open it up, there's the shape that I've got here. There's the shape. So I'm folding it back. So now the rest is just sewing. And you don't even need the pinking shears for this. So this one is just so simple. So we're going to go to the sewing machine. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a top stitch across the fold on both of the pieces that are folded. So I'm just doing a simple top stitch, keeping them folded. I'm going to raise my stitch length up, and I'm just going to run a single stitch across that bottom there. To whatever, I raised my stitch length to 3.5, and I'm just sewing about 1/8 of an inch from the fold. Do it on both of the pieces. All right. So now I grab my piece that I have and try to remember. Okay, so you're going to place the right side up on front of you. You're going to take your piece that you just did. So whichever one you lay down first is going to be the one that's going to be on the outside when you go to flip it out. So I'm just lining it up on top of the piece that the single piece. So I'm lining this one up. So this one's going to be on the top. Then I'm lining this one up on the bottom. And go either, it doesn't matter which way you flip it. So you're just laying up the bottom. So you're just matching up all the edges with the original piece that you just cut out, and you're placing it right sides together. So you got your right side up, and then you're laying this piece down. Whichever one you want to be on the top is going to be the first one you lay down, and then you're just going to lay the other one down. And all you're doing is you're just sewing all the way around, and that's it, because you're going to have an opening right here where you're going to flip it out. So we're just going to take this to the machine, and we're going to give it a 1/4 inch stitch, and I'm going to back tack, make sure I got my stitch length a little bit shorter, and we're just sewing all the way around. Give it a little extra stitching right there at the, where it overlaps a little bit. And coming back to where you started. And that's it. Now you can go ahead and you could pink it if you want. Maybe it might stop from some of the threads that might fray a little bit. You could serge it if you wanted. If you wanted to serge all of these raw edges so that it doesn't fray on the inside. I mean, it's up to you on how you want to finish it. You can serge the whole thing around, I suppose. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't tried that. But I'm just pinking it a little bit so I don't have any of it like shredding. You know how fabric does. It'll just get little strings. So I'm just pinking it. Now I'm grabbing it where that opening is, and I'm just flipping it out. Pushing out my pieces, pushing out all the edges. And that's it. And it's the quickest, easiest little pocket that you just created for you to put candies in. How adorable is that? And there you go. How easy is that? So I made it with the 5 and the 4. I suppose you could do it with the 3 and the 2, but it's getting kind of skinny in there. So that's these other sizes that we had. But I did it with these 2 sizes right here. So I have the 5, like here's the one I just did. This was the 5. Here's the 4. So here's the little 4, just a little bit different in the size. I actually drew out 2 larger ones. I think this is a 6 and this is a 7. So if you wanted to make them bigger, you could easily just add to this size and just draw it and make it bigger. But that is just the simplest little project. So I thought you guys would like that. I thought that was cute. All right, so how'd that one go? Yeah, there you go. You can sneak. Yep, yeah, dig out these templates. I know y'all have them. You've had them forever. So do something with them besides just an applique. So I just thought that was just something cute, and I thought that would be, I thought I'd pass along that little hint for you.